What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. In good faith that I will continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so listen, today I have the Romeo4S for you. But before we get into this, raise your hand if you don't turn on the heat until it's November. Okay? I'm not turning on the heat until November, okay? And even then, I try to press it to December. But I just, listen, every winter my heating bill be high as I don't know what. I heat with electric. And early in the morning when I do these videos, I get my tea in my system because where my house is, I'm up on a hill, so I'm in the shade. And so for the most part, the house is cool. So in the winter it's freezing, in the summer it's cool. It's not that bad. But I got great sunlight coming through the blinds in the kitchen. So when I open the blinds, I let that sun come in, I let it warm up the kitchen, and then I'm straight. But prior to that, I have to get my hot tea. I throw on my little hoodie, okay? And I gets it in because, listen, whew, that heating bill be crazy, okay? So anyway, I just said that to let you know how I'm feeling in the kitchen. But even still, you guys have known, I made videos like in the fall and the spring where I'm chilling with my hoodie, my hat. I'm just comfortable like that. They don't have to necessarily be a particular temperature. I just like hoodies and hats. You guys know that if you've been following me. But anyway, SIG Romeo4S. S stands for solar. Optics Planet sent this over. Thank you, Optics Planet, for sending this over. You have been helping the channel for quite some time, and I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it. This video probably will be short. I always say that, right? I be lying. I be lying. These videos be long as I don't know what. I'm gonna try to make it short because there's really nothing to say. Other than this optic is thebomb.com, go tell your mom. I really like it because it has 100,000 hours of battery life because of the solar panel. And I'm gonna take it out for you, but the reason why I'm showing you this box is because when you pick this up, everything you need to know is already on the box, okay? I love how they give you the little bullet points, okay? And then the cliff notes to let you know exactly what the optic is about. So as I told you, I'm gonna go ahead and open this. You open it like this, okay? And it has a little pad in here. Oops, let me take that out for you. Comes with the manual, but ain't nobody reading the manual. Unless you get stuck, do you want to read the manual? You know, your little cleaning cloth, lens covers, your little torque wrench that they add, which I appreciate. Thank you, SIG. And it has some texture there so that you can get a good grip. Comes with the battery, of course. Let me, I probably should have took this out prior to, huh? Okay. It also comes with a low profile mount, okay, that you can use. And of course, the beautiful optic itself, okay, that comes with the quick detach mount. Now, I'm not sure how this is showing up on your screen, but it's like a graphite color, like a graphite slash gray slash, yeah, gray, and then black, where you can clearly see that it's black. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. Now, it has an aluminum housing. I told you that it has 100,000 hours worth of battery life. You can see it up here. Fog and waterproof. And I like that it has the turrets right here on the side and on the top. But what I like about it is that if you take off, well, I can show you right here. If you unscrew that, okay, you can adjust your MOA by unscrewing that, okay? And then you would just turn it, you'll flip it inside out and then turn your turrets to get your right 0. Also, It comes with the flip up sights, but let's just say I didn't want to use the flaps. I can see through this. I can see through it because it's super clear. Now it has a little tint to it, but for the most part, it's super clear. Okay, I would say 95-ish clear, maybe 5% tint, maybe even less than that. Okay, so I can see right through this. I don't know if you can't see this on camera. Uh-oh, you might be able to. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, you see that? And you have 12 brightness settings that you would use right here to either increase the brightness or decrease the brightness. Let me show you again. Maybe you can see it again. There you go. Now, you have 2 different options for your reticle settings. And within those 2 different options, you have 4 other options. So for instance, you have, let me show you right here on the back because it's easier for me to show you here. So you have the circle dot reticles or you have the circle plex reticles. Now, if you look, the circle dot reticles are up top. All right, then you have 4 options from there. If you choose the circle plex reticles on the bottom, you also have 4 different reticle options to choose from. So I thought that was pretty unique. I thought that was pretty interesting because I'm more of the circle dot. I'm not really circle plex. Circle plex is more of like the cross, right? You can line it up in your crosshair. I'm not like that. I'm more of just the dot, I would say. Yeah, if I had to choose just the dot, and I mainly shot this with the dot, okay? And I shot it indoors. I did not shoot outdoors. I still need to go one more time just to shoot it outdoors, see how the solar panel works, and shoot it a little further. This optic is mainly for short to medium distances, right? You're not going to be shooting this way out in yonder. It has a 1 MOA, so it's not magnified much. So you're not really going to be shooting this way out there. It's going to be more up close and personal, okay? And what I also like is the quick detach. Now, you'll see in here, all you do is slide this forward. Let me see if I can show you. Slide it forward and then pull this forward. All right. And then when you go to lock it, you'll go ahead and just, okay, real simple. And that's what it looks like underneath. So all in all, I really did enjoy this. Now the rear and front lens flaps will protect you from dirt and debris and all that good stuff, right? It'll also protect your lens from being scratched. Okay, you guys can see it right here. I like to shoot with these down. I don't like them closed because I want the most clear, concise picture. But like I said, it's super clear. So if you just wanted to keep it closed, you very well may. Okay, and again, you can shoot right through it. It has the MOTEC technology. So basically, 2 minutes of inactivity, the optic will shut off automatically. So the reticle will be gone, okay? Saving battery life. Once it senses activity, meaning you pick it up, you pick up your rifle, what have you, it automatically turns on, okay? And all of the adjustments that you need, again, like I said, are right here. That rubber padding. I'm not sure how it's coming on the screen because of the way the sunlight is hitting this angle, but you'll use that to adjust it. I like how SIG is just sleek, very professional looking. It's durable. Now, it may not be as durable as the Aimpoint Patrol that Optics Planet sent over, but it's durable, right? It's aluminum housing. So if you notice, there's a lot of buildup material to protect the turret here. So if you bang it or it falls, if you see that material is built up, look at that. Then on this side is the same thing. Let me show it to you. Okay, it's built up to protect it. And this is the CR2032 battery that you can change out. There are a couple of things that I won't say they're negative, but there's something that caught my eye. Okay. The two things that concerned me was number one, the reticles. Outside of the dot, when you start getting to the, let me see, like the ballistic drops and the circles, when you get into the other reticle options, aside from the dot, it's not as clear as I would like it to be. Now, again, it could be my eyes, I'm not sure, but the dot is clear, okay? The dot is the dot. Then when I rotate it, the ballistic drops, it starts to get a little blurry. It's not bad though. That's the thing. It could be my eyes. It's not as crisp, as like super crisp as I would like it to be. And then again, it could just be that not many optics are super crisp, because I told you guys before, the RMR is blurry to me. Like it has a very starburst effect to me. The Holosens are crisper for me. But I also haven't tried a Holosen where it had the ballistic drop. It had the dot and the circle, yes, and that was fine. So I haven't really tried the ballistic drop, and I'm not sure if it's like this on all optics or just this one. But again, if I had to rate it as far as clarity, 1 to 10, with 10 being the most clear, I would say this is probably a 6. Okay, but from a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being most clear, and we're talking about just the dot is at a 9. Okay, the dot is at a 9. It's really nice. So, am I going to use the ballistic drop? Probably not. I'm going to use the dot 99.9% of the time, so it doesn't really matter for me, but it could matter for you. But I just wanted to bring that up. Also, and this is not a real big concern, but I thought I would mention it because it happened to me. I have some footage of it where I'll show you, but when you go to attach your optic, there is a spring-loaded detent in here. And with that, if you continuously unscrew the hex bolt, if you keep turning it and turning it and turning it to loosen it up to attach it to your Picatinny rail, what will happen is the detent will fall out. So that happened to me. I tried to get it as loose as possible so I can adjust it on my Picatinny rail, not realizing that I'm doing the most. I didn't even have to loosen it up all that much. But nonetheless, I did. And there are 2 detents in here that are spring loaded. And what I did was I loosened it up so much so that the detent fell out. The spring remained, but one of the detents fell out. And I was like, what is this? Where is this coming from? And I couldn't find it. But after more detailed searching and a deep dive into what was really going on with the optic, I realized that, again, it's spring loaded. And because I loosened it up so much, the detent fell out. So all I did was just take it off, put the spring all the way down, put the detent back in, and tighten it up, and I was just fine. But again, it's nothing wrong with the optic. It was the way that I turned the hex bolt to put the optic on. So you see how it's like that? Okay, this just creates the space I need to put it on the Picatinny rail. So it's already wide enough, so now when I close it up, it'll just clamp on. But my point is, I was doing the most, okay? But nonetheless, it happened, so I had to let you know. Now, currently at Optics Planet, this is $449. Again, you can enter my code for 32 Icon for 5% off your order. And again, this might not be something that you want, or you might think it's a little too pricey, possibly. But I will say this, from what I've used it for, and by the way, I used it on a 12.5-inch barrel carbine length system, and it had a lot of recoil, and it did just fine. It didn't flicker, it didn't shut off. It was just fine. Probably 200 rounds downrange. Okay. And I've had this for a while, so I've been shooting it. I just haven't done the video for you guys. But, you know, for you, 200 rounds might not be a lot to determine if this optic is reliable. However, with ammo prices and such, I could shoot this all day, but I also spend a lot of money with ammo because of the prices. So 200 rounds is enough for me to determine that this Romeo4S is just a really nice optic. But nonetheless, you can still use my code 32icon for 5% off their website, okay? Oh yeah, it has 2 settings for night vision. Now, I'm not into night vision, but it's good to have just in case I change my mind down the line, all right? So listen, that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope you're doing well, treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.